Good morning, evening, or afternoon to all of you beautiful people. Josh here, back to bring you some of that sweet voice-based content. So, America, the land of freedom. It's a place that both confuses and absolutely terrifies me. I'm genuinely not kidding when I say that a few years ago, I was genuinely content with never going to America in my entire life. But then, people who I would love to meet, or just generally think are fantastic, had to be fucking born there. Thanks, Lila. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks, Shakira. Thanks, Grace. And so on and so forth. So, it occurred to me recently that if I ever want to meet these wonderful souls who I appreciate massively, and also meet voice actors who never actually come to the UK, I need to get over my fears. But what exactly am I afraid of? Well, before I get into it, a couple of quick disclaimers. And yes, this thing's gonna get heavy, so trigger warning here. So firstly, I'm aware that a lot of my fears are silly, and the things I will talk about are most likely not an accurate representation of the states. Most of the stuff, at least. This is just how I feel. I'll also mostly be talking about central and northern USA, specifically states like California, Florida, New York, that kind of thing. Secondly, it would be remiss and kind of irresponsible of me to not address the fact that obviously my biggest fear when it comes to America is the rampant gun violence. I honestly do not know how common it is for tourists to be killed by gun violence, but I mean the numbers for people who live there don't lie, and there is enough evidence to make me genuinely scared for my life. Especially considering I'm a POC. I fear for my brothers and sisters as well as myself having our lives suddenly in the hands of someone with a gun and some kind of a complex. Sometimes they're in a uniform. Now, I don't want to harp on this topic for too long, I just wanted to mention it as it is my biggest fear when it comes to the USA, and it would be silly of me not to at least mention it. With the not so fun stuff out of the way, let's talk about what I'm scared of when it comes to America. Let's go! So firstly, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm an introvert, and from everything I see, America is not an introverted place. To put it into perspective, it took me years to get over the fact that the people in the city I live in here in the UK are more talkative than where I used to live. I find social interactions with strangers really difficult. Hell, depending on the day, I can sometimes find social interactions with my friends difficult. I also get overstimulated when things get too loud. How the fuck am I gonna handle somewhere like California? I've seen pictures and videos. Even the fucking nature looks loud. Secondly, food. I am what some might consider a fat ass. I fucking love food, and I've struggled with my weight for years. So what the hell am I gonna do when there's fast food at every fucking corner? Especially fast food that looks great that I haven't tried yet. Look at In-N-Out. It looks amazing. Look at Wendy's. I want to try Wendy's. I need it. Except White Castle. That shit looks disgusting. I mean, have you seen this? Look at this. How are they still in business? Don't put that in your body. You'll die. Also, just as a side note to add on to that, American soda. We have a very small selection of American sodas available in the UK, and they're normally massively overpriced. Shout out to my local corner shop that sells them for just over £1. You are the real ones. But from what I hear over in the States, all the good shit is reasonably priced. Reasonably priced. This is a dangerous thing. I drink a lot of soft drinks. Thirdly, I'm a clumsy idiot. If I fall and break something here in the UK, I can roll up to accident and emergency, probably have to wait for a fair amount of time, but still, I'll be seen at some point and I can get myself fixed up fairly quickly. Hashtag, please, for the love of God, keep the NHS safe. We love you. Please, just don't fuck with the NHS. But in the USA, fucking hell. I have seen some absolute stonkers of bills that have come out from some things that I would just go straight to my GP for. I fear my own stupidity, and I feel like one minor injury could mean that I'm selling a kidney on the black market before I'm even back on the plane to come back to the UK. Ugh, if I ever go to the States, someone's gonna have to wrap me in bubble wrap for fuck's sake. And finally, something that I very much fear, the Florida man. I will say no more. I think it needs no explanation. So there we go. So those are some of the reasons why the US frightens this poor British man. As I mentioned at the start, my main fear is the gun violence in the States, but I know plenty of people who have gone to the US and come back safe, so Jesus Christ, I just hope I'm one of them when I finally get the courage to cross the pond. Anyways, enough of the not-so-fun stuff. I'm going to pass the question off to you beautiful people, as I normally do. If you are an American, how accurate are my fears? If you're not from America, what scares you, if anything, about America? If you're not from the States and you've been, what are the biggest surprises you've had when going out there? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you did enjoy this video, then do leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more of that beautiful voice-based content. Keep your eyes out for my next video. I do upload every 2 weeks, but until next time, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful year so far. I hope life is treating you well, and above all else, I hope you beautiful, fantastic, magical souls all stay wonderful.